Hello, Gary Klugiewicz from Police1 and Corrections1.com. Today we're going to talk about an all-important question, one that you're going to hear over and over again during your career, whether you are a line officer, whether you're a command staff, whether you're the boss. It doesn't matter. You can hear this over and over again. You might say it yourself. Can he do that? You may say, can I do that? Is it okay to do something? That's what we say. And you know, we have an easy answer for it. I'm going to give you the answer first and we're going to talk about it. The answer is it depends based on the totality of the circumstances. When you get asked this question, can you do that? Can you do that? Could I do that? Should you have done that? The answer is always the same. It depends based on the totality of the circumstances. Now, defensible techniques fall into one of three categories. Number one, it's a trained technique, done when it was supposed to be done. Picture perfect could be out of your defensive tactics manual. Almost never happens in the real world. What usually happens is number two, the dynamic application of a trained technique. And what we have here, meaning is very simply, is that it's close but no cigar. You could see what they're trying to do, but it wasn't done perfectly because it's the real world, so things aren't done perfectly. The last one, number three, is the hardest one. And that is, very simply, not trained but justifiable under the circumstances. Not trained but justifiable under the circumstances. We're talking here about the bizarre stuff that officers do when they're fighting for their lives. You know, they may run somebody over in their squad, they may throw somebody off a bridge embankment, they may stab somebody in the eye with a pen. And normally this would not be okay, but under the right set of circumstances it could be. Because remember, Graham versus Connor, they talk about the whole issue of that it has to be based on the totality of circumstances that was reasonable. And if it was reasonable, it's okay to do it if we can articulate that. So let's go back to the fact that you asked this question. Can I do that? And again, the answer is it depends based on the totality of the circumstances. Okay, now, how do you justify it? You justify it very simply by everything that happened, all your perceptions, what you knew about the situation before, during, and after. You know, what in fact occurred in terms of why you did was justified. And it's very important to understand that. So when you get asked this question, can I do that? It depends based on the totality of the circumstances known to you at the time of the incident. So very simply articulate that, because the better you do a job of doing that, the better you'll be able to articulate why it was justifiable. Whether it was a trained technique, whether it was a dynamic application of a trained technique, or if it was not trained but justifiable under the circumstances.